This is James Holder for iFILM London. I'm here with David Proud. How are you doing, sir?
I'm all right, thanks. Cheers for having us.
Oh, thank you. It's great, really great to see you. So, the acting and the writing, how are things coming along for you?
It's been an amazing time, really. I mean, I kind of left Enders, EastEnders, I call it Enders because I'm kind of more of a pet name for it, last year, and been cracking on with like the writing and always been trying to kind of develop my own stuff as well as doing acting. And luckily this year filmed my first short. It's actually funded by the UK Film Council before they kind of all disbanded, Screen South. And yeah, so luckily kind of managed to get my first little bit of production and writing. Co-wrote it with an actor, Jason Mazza, and we just had a phenomenal time filming it.
Fantastic, fantastic. May I ask, what was it like being a cast member on one of the nation's greatest love soaps?
It's a brilliant soap to work on. You know, it's one of the. I always say that everyone at some point in their life like watches this show. So to go into it, it's kind of nervous because you don't want to kind of mess up really, and you don't want to look like the odd one out. So it's kind of a little bit intimidating going into it. But then, like the cast that are in there, a couple of weeks in, like you feel at home, and you know it's a lovely place, and it was great. I mean, I spent a year on there, and yeah, it's like no other show in the world, but it's really special, and I think it should be treasured.
Do you think working on EastEnders has obviously gave you a good platform to go on to other things?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of working in this industry for about 4 years before EastEnders, so and kind of doing a bit of documentary, independent like feature films and stuff like that. So I've kind of gone back to my roots, but with a slightly higher profile, which is kind of nice because I get to be a little bit more creative, and there's areas that I want to kind of push myself, you know, in terms of the writing, producing, and you know, and acting. So yeah, it's been good to kind of springboard off that and kind of look at what's next for me.
Fantastic. Your character obviously on the EastEnders show, he was a bit of a rogue. He wasn't the most likeable of characters. How's the reaction been towards yourself and obviously for that character?
Well, he was a bit horrible, wasn't he? Really. But it's kind of nice that because he was completely polar opposite of me, I get to rock up to work and I get the script. I'm like, I can't believe I'm saying that to that person, you know, lovely actor, and I'm having to lay into him. So, but the weird thing is that people do think you are that person. So the amount of people that kind of look at me and kind of, oh, guy from EastEnders, but don't really want to say hello, like it's horrible. And it's kind of nice, it's a compliment to kind of how I played the character, but I kind of need a few more roles where I'm actually playing somebody nice, and I'm really lucky. The guys on Twitter that follow me, you know, all the EastEnders fans actually know the true me, and it's quite nice that they kind of go, oh, well, actually you're quite a nice guy. So but yeah, it was good.
So obviously you've got a couple of independent feature films under your belt already. I'm hearing good things about you, and obviously a new feature coming up, quite possibly.
Yeah, start filming next month on a lovely little independent film called NFA, No Fixed Abode, and it's about a guy who's successful and he kind of wakes up one day and he finds himself homeless, but he doesn't know how, so it's him retracing steps, and I play one of the people that is actually in the care place that he's actually in. So for me, I love independent films. What's not to love, you know, whether you're shooting on 35mm or Red Cam or ARRI, you know, I'm a little bit geeky. I just like kind of seeing the whole process. So even like whatever the part is, you know, if it's a good script, I'm in.
Fantastic, fantastic. Also, your charity work, you could do quite a lot for charity. Obviously, being the patron of the Association for Spinal Bifida, yeah. So how's that gone?
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I love the fact that my acting work kind of gives me the profile to be able to work with a huge number of like different charities, WizKids, ASPA, you know, organisations like FAB. Anything that encourages young disabled people just to do whatever they want to do and not feel limited. And I mean, because I wanted to be an actor, and I always thought there's no chance at all. And I kind of wasted a few years kind of having that self-doubt. So for me, if there's kids out there, no matter what they want to do, you know, if they can kind of, if I can chat to them and kind of encourage them to just follow their dreams, and, you know, I really like that work.
I think it's a very positive thing. Obviously, like-minded people and being encouraging and showing them that they can actually achieve what they're aspiring to do. It's a really positive thing.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of in the industry as well, there's roles that I've done, and there's also roles that I want to do, and so for me, in terms of the writing, is trying to change attitudes as to you've got a disabled person on screen, but how are they represented? You know, what are they doing? You know, and getting it as close to real life as you can. You know, you can have them swearing, you can have them doing whatever you like. You know, just because they're disabled doesn't mean to say that they don't, you know, have debts, have gambling problems, drink addiction, the whole, you know, lot. So, so for me, it's trying to kind of make the industry a little bit more kind of representative in some of the kind of the roles.
David, may I say thank you for taking the time to talk to us. It's really been a great pleasure, and hopefully we'll get a chance to catch up with you again very soon.
Yeah, cool.
James Holder for iFILM London with David Proud.
I'm David Proud, and you've been watching iFILM London.
iFILM London. iFILM London.